video is going to be a study tips video. I haven't made a video for a little while, sorry about that. But today I wanted to show you guys some very helpful tips that you could use to study for exams, finals, anything that's test that's coming up really, because I know that the end of the school year is fastly approaching. People have AP exams, people have finals, maybe midterms, I don't know, and also just tests in general. So all of these tips I have could help you study for any kind of test you have really. So I'm just gonna get started with the video so you guys can hear my tips on how to study for finals. So my first tip is to make a study guide. Making study guides is so helpful because it gets all the material together. Usually teachers give you study guides, but if not, just make a study guide of problems you didn't do for math or just any review materials. My second tip is to ask questions. If you're confused, text one of your friends and be like, hey, I don't get it, can you help me? And I'm sure that they will help you. You can also ask questions to your teachers via email and stuff like that. My next tip is to go to review sessions. Teachers have review sessions for a reason. Even when I understand the concept, I still like to go to the review sessions just because I think they give you a better, deeper understanding than you'd have before, but you don't have to go. That's just if you have the time to go. The next tip I have is to review with your friends. Studying with your friends is so much funner, and it also is more helpful because if you don't get something, maybe your friends understand it and you can help explain it to your friends and it all works out. Me and my friends like to go to the Starbucks that is in our town, and we always study there together before big tests, and on the weekends we do homework and stuff, so that's very fun and very helpful. And next tip is to sleep. Sleeping is so helpful. If you sleep, then you're more well rested, your brain can function better because you're not overly tired. So sleeping is very important to helping you study because it's better to get some sleep than just keep cramming, because if you keep cramming, you're not going to remember it if you're tired. So sleeping is very important. The next tip that I have is to quiz yourself and get quizzed by your friends. Me and Elise and Claire usually like to FaceTime each other to study. Me and Elise always FaceTime each other before a psych test, and we review together on psych on FaceTime. So we just talk for like an hour and quiz each other, and that always helps so much more because if you get quizzed, it's testing your recall of the information rather than just reading the same things over and over again that are in your notes. My next tip is to make a to-do list. If you make a to-do list, you'll be way more organized and you'll get all the studying done that you need to study rather than just studying whatever you first see that's in your binder. If you prioritize and figure out what you need to study for first, it will really help you in the long run study for the things that are most important to study for. Get that done and it will all work out. My next tip is to space out studying. Don't cram everything the period before the test. You need to space out your studying and then you'll be good, because cramming for a test the night before never works. I mean, maybe you could get lucky and do well, but you get a better understanding of what you're learning if you study in little bits and little pieces. My next tip is to use the textbooks. Teachers give you textbooks for a reason. Textbooks can be helpful. I personally have 4 textbooks for the 6 classes that I take. It really helps me personally reading the chapter on what I'm being quizzed on for psych and gov and things like that. If you read the chapter, it helps you get a better understanding. Also for stats and math, like my 2 other math textbooks I have, they're all review problems in them. So if you want to study, there's always things in the book that you can do, and it will definitely help you get a better understanding for the material that you're learning. My next tip is to study verbally. I know it sounds kind of stupid, and if you're alone in your room talking to yourself, it's kind of awkward, but if you verbalize your studying, then it will help you more in the long run. For example, if you're saying things out loud, you're more likely to recall them than just reading them in your head over and over again. It's like if you're reading like your essay out loud, you can catch errors easier. So if you verbally say it, it helps you remember better. I don't really know why, but I think it helps. Make mnemonics or creative ways to remember. Personally, me and my friends make like weird ways to remember things. Try to make ways to associate things together, especially for tests that are all memorization of like information in a unit. My next tip for studying is to teach it to someone. This also sounds kind of dumb, just like you're teaching it to someone, but even like I have a little sister, my sister is 9. I sometimes will teach her stuff, or I'll tell her about stuff even though she doesn't really know what I'm talking about. It helps you to teach it to someone because then you're using your ability to explain everything to teach someone else about it, and then it helps you remember because you had to come up with the way to explain it all by yourself. Those are all of my tips for studying. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Request videos you'd like to see down below, and yeah, good luck on all your exams that are coming up because I know there are so many tests coming up for so many people. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys! This is what happens when you don't know. Wait, I don't have any study tips. Then why are you making this video?